Hello guys, welcome back to another tutorial in my YouTube channel. So if this is your first time with me on this channel, just know that you are watching from Trade with the Great YouTube channel. Okay, in my previous video, I've seen a lot of questions, a lot of comments in my previous video. Some of you saying that I was migrated, but my Pi was transferred to another wallet. How possible is that? Please, how possible is that? This particular video is just to guide anyone that is yet to get his Pi migrated. Things and things not to involve yourself in order not to get, lost your Pi, once it got migrated. Now, this is the mistake you made that made you not to get your Pi in a particular wallet, right? So let's just move into our Pi account right now. So now, this is my Pi, right? And you are expected to have at least one wallet. Yes, let's just say one wallet. That's the first wallet you created in your Pi browser, the first wallet you created there, or let's say the first wallet you created, that's the wallet, that's your main wallet, and that's where they are going to be sending that particular Pi in it, right? That is it. Like now, let's go to this place, the mainnet checklist. So coming to the mainnet checklist right here, I just want to show you something very spectacular now. So let's wait for it to load. Okay. Okay, right now, this is it. You can see this has been migrated to mainnet. Congratulations, you have been added to automatic migration queue. All right, this is it. The initial wallet address, this Pi was sent to 136 Pi was sent to, right? This is the initial address. Now, this address was the address of the wallet I created. I only had one wallet. Now, this is what I did. Now, we are going to our Pi browser. Now, this is our Pi browser. Let me go and get it right now. Now, this is our Pi browser. Let's wait patiently for it to open. And I'll show you what you didn't do that is causing you this problem, these issues of not getting your Pi in your particular wallet. The thing is this: you already have your first wallet and you kind of lost it. You lost the phrase and you couldn't get it. You lost the phrase of that particular wallet. Right now, this is my Pi browser and I'm just going to go to wallet. You lost the phrase of that particular wallet. And this is it. Now, you are expected to put in your wallet, your passphrase to unlock this particular wallet, right? But okay, some of you didn't apply your fingerprint as an alternative unlock for your wallet. And that is why you are facing this particular issue today. Now, this is me. Even right now, I'm telling you that I don't know the phrase of my wallet. It's until I log in, that's when I'm going to copy my wallet and go save it somewhere else. So right here, you can see what they said. As a non-custodial wallet, your wallet passphrase is exclusively accessible only to you. Recovery of passphrase is currently impossible. So you cannot recover your passphrase once you have lost it. Now look at now, a lot of you have Pi's, a lot of Pi coin right there that has been migrated to this wallet. You cannot access it just because you lost your phrase. And you forgot to use the alternative unlock, which is the fingerprint. Right now, I don't even know my passphrase, but I can still get into my Pi and see what I have there. You can see lost your phrase. You can create a new wallet, but all your Pi in your previous wallet will be inaccessible. So I'm sorry, this is so disappointing that you cannot access your Pi because you failed to safeguard the phrase somewhere or use an alternative unlock with your fingerprint. So I'm trying to make this particular video more educative and understandable now. So now you can create a new wallet, but what's the essence of creating a new wallet? Why they are not going to be sending you Pi to that one? Now you can see me now. I'm going to be logging in with my fingerprint. Okay, right now you can see that my wallet is loading and you can see the Pi I got in my wallet right there. I don't even know my phrase. So now this is what I'm going to tell you. If you can still get into your wallet, save your passphrase now. Save it, your 12 key phrase. Just save it somewhere safe. Save it. If you want to save it, this is where you just go. You just go to the setting right here. You see where they say show your passphrase. You can click on show here and boom, yours will show. I'm not going to be showing it because I don't want, it to be visible to scammers as well. So, and this setting, this is where you are going to be setting your fingerprint. Make sure you set your fingerprint in case you fail to save this password, this passphrase. In case you didn't save, include an alternative unlock, which is the fingerprint. So this is what I'm going to be telling anyone that can still get into his wallet right now. Do this now in order not to miss your Pi. I've been seeing these comments in the section, my video section, and it's so painful. It hurts that you are not going to get your Pi because you lost your phrase. And I'm sorry, there's nothing that can be done about this. It's just that. So what saved me is because I included my fingerprint, and that's the only thing that saved me right there, the main net, and that's it. Okay guys, thank you for watching, and I hope this video is helpful, and I'll still be doing more videos on how to verify your phone number and all stuff, because a lot of you have been saying, especially here in Nigerians have been saying they cannot get to like they can only see UK number only there for the verification. Well, you can there is a way to verify your number as a Nigerian, but it's just that you won't see it there. But I will be making a special video for these guys. All right, see you in my next video, and bye.